Letters of John Nelson Darby, Volume 2, Letter 367-41E, of 1031. P. 67 Dear G. V. Wigram, whence did this synopsis, see note, come? Did I give it to be published originally? I forget it, not its contents, entirely. The more I read it the more I feel the truth precious for those who can bear it, but there is such a sentence as, receive ye, but not to doubtful disputations. I doubt not many are able to bear it, and printing goes to all. What is the thought of bringing it out now? And how? I have corrected it, and there are passages I should like better as they were, but if stumbling blocks for the weakest, would take them out of the way. I will send it, D.V., when I have looked it through. The first pages seem clearer than I should have expected. I not only believe it true, but believe it to be useful and used. But the raising of questions I dread. Note, a compendium or abstract of Mr. D.'s synopsis of the Psalms, by G.V.W. End of note. It enhances for me, with far deepened feeling, the sorrows of the blessed Lord, and gives an apprehension of them otherwise not had, and makes his person more divine to the mind. But his sorrows must ever be a depth into which we look over on the edge with solemn awe. We could not be there and still be, but it exalts his grace to the soul to look into that depth, and makes one feel that none but a divine person, and, oh, any perfect in every way, could have been there. But it requires an exercised, and I believe a very humble soul, to look in, but I understand that to an unexercised mind, I mean when human thoughts subsist, and the word is not simply received, it may perplex them as to how he could be there. And though I think the saints needed it very really, and it was, so far, of God and called for, I think of those others, and should fear as to the sacredness of his person, raising discussions and provings. The needed work is mainly done, for myself it is all deep gain of soul. I discuss nothing, but seek to learn. I am just now getting on slowly with my German Bible. We are, or have been, in the hardest part, and now my chief German assistant is unwell. If it was too long delayed, I should get to England and finish it afterwards, but do not hastily move out of my present track. Unless Proverbs be difficult, we have now done all that is so. I shall be anxious to get on with James when possible, and then the end. I have been reading a little at moments, the most careful rationalist view of the structure of Hebrew scriptures. I am struck with its poverty, though astonishing diligence of research. What has any weight I have been for years ready to recognize, and the rest, not only flimsy, but a total absence of all perception of divine intention and mind, almost more than I could have thought. I think my sojourn here is useful for building up and teaching, and the Lord has graciously given me liberty. They are clear on grace and forgiveness, but need something of the new position, but are going on well. I think I mentioned that the work has spread considerably. Affectionately yours. Elberfeld, January, 1870. 52041E.